So what happened in 1640 is that the Church of England, which was the only church in England at that time that was allowed, the Church of England used to have a hierarchical structure, and it was an oligarchy, essentially, and people had to take their hats off, and people had to succumb to whatever the oligarchy said. And so Quakers started walking into churches, and they would stand up and they would challenge the minister, and they would say, we don't need a minister because we all have a direct connection to God. And they refused to take their hats off for the king, and they refused to use the formal you. So it would be like in Spanish if you said tú to the king. That's what they started doing, and it pissed off a lot of people, and they were thrown in prison by the hundreds of thousands. And that's what they started doing in England. And because of the Quakers, that's the reason we have freedom of religion in England and in the United States, because they did not have freedom in the United States, in Pennsylvania, in the early states, the first colonies. So Massachusetts did not have freedom of religion. And when the Quakers landed in Massachusetts, they were stripped and put back on ships and sent away. They were deported. And it was illegal, and Quakers were hanged in the middle of Boston for being the wrong religion. And so the Quakers created their own state, which was Pennsylvania, and they believed in freedom of religion, and that's where the Constitution was written. That's why we have freedom of religion today in the United States. Yeah.